Yeah.
Well, I'm excited for today because it's kind of one of those days again where we start out kind of gray and gloomy. We've been dealing with fog and overcast conditions. It's still warm out, but eventually we'll have some sunshine to look forward to. We are seeing lots of cloud coverage out there, live camera coming in from all over the place. This one here specifically is coming in from Monroe. Gradual clearing, that's what I'm calling for. So by this afternoon, by the time you're picking up the kids after school or you're driving home after work today, it is going to be beautiful. Not only that, but warm with temperatures nearing 80 degrees again. Tuesday and Wednesday, record warm temperatures. Today, I don't think we'll actually meet or break a record, although it is going to be nice and warm for us. Tuesday and Wednesday, though, possible record warmth. And then later on in the week, we do have some rain returning and then near normal temperatures. This morning, our lows, they only dropped down into the upper 50s and low 60s.
You matched the map.
I do?
Look at that.
Let me see. Oh, I love that. Sometimes I do that on purpose. When I know
nice.
that our graphics are going to be a certain color, I'm like, oh, there's
Look
my
at
color.
this.
I don't even have to think about
This
it.
is bright and yellow. I love it. Okay, anyway, as you were.
It was warm this morning. It wasn't that chilly. So if you're somebody who likes to wake up, you like to, go out for your morning run, or you just got places to be and things to do, well, you probably didn't need a big jacket this morning. One thing that's really been impactful in our forecast has been the fog. I mean, it was very foggy on my way into work. I can always tell because I love when I drive into work. It's super early, but I always love to look at the skyline, because I never lived in a place where the skyline was so gorgeous. I love that about Charlotte. And then I always am so curious what color it's going to be, because they change the colors every day. And I always look forward to seeing what color it's going to be on my way into work. But today it was so foggy, you couldn't even see the skyline. I'm like, I know you're in there, but it's so foggy I couldn't see it. At this point, it seems like the fog is getting a lot better in Charlotte. However, right along I-40, Morganton, Hickory, Statesville, that's where visibility is extremely low. So if you have traveling to do today, you just need to be prepared for changing road conditions up until about 11 o'clock, because that's up until when we will have that dense fog advisory in place. So the National Weather Service, they issued this. We're going to stay under it until 11 a.m. That fog will mix out and then the sunshine will come out. But if you're traveling at times today, it could be really hard to see. And then other times you're like, what fog are you talking about? There is no fog. Temperatures right now are already starting to warm up. So we're at 61 degrees here in the Queen City, looking pretty good to the south of us as well. High temperatures today, 78 degrees this afternoon. And the warmer we get this afternoon, that's just in time for when all the sunshine is going to come out. So it's just one of those days where you're just thinking, this is not the most beautiful day, but then wait, you got to be a little patient, because it is going to get really nice. Now, maybe you're thinking, are these warm temperatures normal for this area this time of the year? It's not. Maybe you're new to the area. Welcome. The normal is 62 degrees, which is still really nice for an early March forecast, but we're well above that today, and especially over the next 3 days. Yesterday, even though it was cloudy, I still got out a little bit and walked the pups. 72 degrees is where we topped off at. And then today, we're going to turn up the heat a little bit more, and then that sunshine is going to come out, really helping to warm us up. So 78 is where we're going to top off here in Charlotte. Let's take you out into the mountains, though. It's going to be 65 degrees today there in Banner Elk, 67 in Boone, 66 in Blowing Rock. If I was up in the mountains today, I think I would do a little shopping in Blowing Rock, maybe find a nice patio, have some lunch outside. In the foothills, you got fog, really dense fog, especially Morganton, Lenoir, out towards Hickory. One of those days where it's very difficult to see, and that fog is going to be very, very stubborn. Once we head through, I think 11 o'clock, we should start to see it really mix out. In the Charlotte metro area, nearing 80 degrees from Concord to Albemarle to the Queen City to Gastonia. So across the board, it's going to be a beautiful one. Even if you work from home, it might be a nice afternoon to take your laptop outside if you can. Maybe just take a little break and go sit outside, or at least open up your curtains and let in some sunlight. That makes all the difference. As we're looking at the next 10 days, you can see 83 degrees today. Actually, that's tomorrow. 83 degrees tomorrow. 85 as we're heading through Wednesday. So the next 2 days, we're talking about record warmth. Then Thursday and Friday roll around, and we start to see a drop in those temperatures. Now, it's going to be a significant drop, but remember, our average high this time of the year is 62, so it's not going to be huge there. Then this upcoming weekend, it's going to be beautiful. 75 degrees on Saturday. I saw at the Whitewater Center they have the river turning green on Saturday and all the festivities, so I'm planning on going to that, and I was happy to know that the weather's going to be nice. Then look at this. So next Tuesday, our temperature, our daytime high only gets to 48 degrees. So we're kind of just on a roller coaster when we're looking at our highs and our lows. Precipitation, really I think our next big wet weather maker is going to be on Thursday. I think Thursday's the day that we have rain showers across the board. As far as severe weather goes, I'm not seeing anything too serious. Could we have a couple of general pop-up thunderstorms? Yes, but after Thursday wraps up, then we'll be heading into our weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, with nearly perfect conditions. So we need the rain. Seems like we'll get a little bit on Thursday. Satellite and radar right now still looking fantastic. Futurecast showing some cloud cover this morning. Then once we fast forward, here's 5 o'clock tonight. That's when we'll have nice clear skies. Temperatures are going to be so warm. So if you're somebody who likes to eat dinner outside when it's nice, tonight's a good night to do it. Maybe you want to go on an evening walk after dinner. Perfect for that, especially now since we have the later sunsets. Then as we're heading into tomorrow for our Tuesday, again, waking up to mild conditions. And tomorrow, the big story is we're back into the 80s. It's going to be a beautiful one. Here's our Jerry Hunt Supercenter 7-day forecast. Again, it is going to be nice heading into the first half of our week. I'm really not seeing any big issues whatsoever. It's going to be very nice. 78 degrees today for our high. Back into the 80s Tuesday and Wednesday. Thursday is the day that is kind of a rainy day. We'll get through Thursday, and then Friday, 61 degrees for our high. So still a little mild, I would say, but really I'm watching Friday morning. 38 degrees heading out the door. That one's going to hurt a little bit because we've been so spoiled with such warm weather. And then this weekend, going to be beautiful again. I know it's only Monday, but I know I'm not the only one who thinks about your weekend.
On
even
Monday,
when it's
absolutely.
Monday.
You have things to look forward to.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
So
Make
this
the
weekend's going to be
plans.
beautiful. I'm looking forward to it already.
Are we going to make a good dent in the drought monitor on with that rain Thursday?
I think that we just need multiple rounds of a good soaking. So will we get some on Thursday? I think so. Models right now are indicating around a half of an inch to an inch, but at this point, not going to see anything substantial. But on Thursdays, we kind of get an update every week to see how we're doing with the drought monitor.
Right.
But we need that to get better because in order for everything to turn green and beautiful and everything to bloom, we need some rain.
And what is good is the sun comes back out, those nice temperatures for the weekend.
Yes, exactly. And I'm noticing all the trees are starting to bloom already.
A little bit, yeah.
A lot of them.
Yeah, my neighbor, I saw
pretty.
some, what are the yellow flowers? Are those dandelions?
Daffodils.
Daffodils.
Yeah,
I knew it was a D.
daffodils.
The daffodils.
Yeah,
She
I
has
saw
a
'em too.
bed of daffodils already coming out. So I was like,
They're
oh,
pretty.
that's very nice, very nice. All right, Majestic Storm, thank you for that. Happy
course.
Monday, y'all.
Happy Monday.